Hi, and welcome to this video where I'm going to share one of my ultimate all-time favorite tool when I meet someone. It's called the RBDSM. So the core of the RBDSM is to create a frame where everyone feel safe and free in it. Because for me, that's the base. The base of freedom is creating a frame together. And all the people that say freedom is bullshit. Freedom comes out of being accountable. The moment you can be accountable for what you do, what you say, what you act, and how you act, then yes, you can have freedom in that. The RBDSM is really highly recommended to be used before having any intimate interaction with anyone, and can be used again and again and again. It's also a moment to like refresh where we are in the relationship, how we are, how we feel. The other person is always evolving. You are evolving. The relationship is evolving. So having certain tools once in a while to go back to them and see where the relationship is and where the other person is actually really a blessing. With no further ado, let's discover what the RBDSM is. So R is for relationship, B is for boundaries, D is for desire, S is for sexual health or any sexual related matter, and M is for meaning. Some people like to add an A for aftercare. So you go and you are with the person you've just met, have met for a while, and you're like, hey, what's your relationship status like? Are you single? Are you seeing other people? Are you dating other people? Or hey, how's your heart? How are you in, like, did you just break up? Or like, where are you in your relationship and love field? And so you can start having the discussion and you can get to know where the other person is and stop assuming that because he's there, he's fully free, or because he's dating someone is already taken. To just, get to know the other person. B for boundaries, and that's especially true if you're going to have more intimate connection. What are your boundaries? What do you don't like? Or what is like, it's a full no for you? And if the other person is like, I don't have boundaries, first, everyone has boundaries. You can always provoke or challenge them a little bit by, hey, so if I, take a shit in the bed, that would be comfortable. If I slap you, would you be comfortable? If I draw blood on you, would it be comfortable? It's not stuff that I have ever done, but I know it's doable. And so it's just to be like, hey, what's your boundaries? Like, I don't like penetration the first time. I like to be asked before being penetrated to be penetrated. I don't like violence. I don't like to be treated as an object. I don't like feeling dominated. I don't like feeling that I have to take the lead. Anything. Share what you don't like and also what your boundaries like. Please, if you do that, I'll stop the interaction. And when you express your boundaries, be clear on the consequences. If you don't do that, then I'll stop. D, desire. What do you want to do? I want to lick you. I want to cuddle you. I want to hug you. I want to look you in the eyes for 10 minutes. I want to penetrate you either way. I would like to lick you there. I would like to massage you. I would like, what's the fire? What's alive? Like, what are your desires? And fully own them. Like, if right now you want to have animalistic, intense sex, then voice it. Don't be like, hey, I'd like to have some cuddle or something, and your desire underneath is something else. Like, be fully like, hey, I really want to make love to you. I really want to take you. I really want to feel you in every way possible. Okay. But if you just want, like, hey, sometime the other night I was with a woman and I was like, hey, I really just feel like cuddling and I feel like massaging. I feel like being touched. Sexual health. Sexual health is two things. It's what are your habits with contraception? Like condoms, no condoms, how many times do you use them? Condoms for male or female, also contraception for birth control or any other type of birth control. It can be male or female. I used to have like a birth control for men. So let's be open. Condoms can be for both, and contraception can be for both. And also, yeah, when was the last time you did the STD check? And when was the last time you had sex? And if in between the STD checks and now, how many partners did you have? Did you use condoms? Yeah, where you are on your sexual health. And for me, that freed something in me, because I have like a certain vulnerability towards condom. And then I was listening to the person who was sharing that to me, and he was like, hey, I usually don't use condom, but that's the last time I did that. That's the last partner I had, and that's how I've been doing it. And me, I've been using that practice for 6-7 years now, and never got anything and never transmitted anything. And if someone was transmitting something to me, then I would do it with the knowledge of what I was getting into. And if I don't feel safe, I'm like, hey, no, okay, there's not going to be penetration, and we'll do an STD check, or I will try to use a condom and see how if it works. Otherwise, we'll find other solutions. And that's what I like about creating frames. It's create opportunities it create creativity, because creativity comes from, in a way, obstacles. Like if you put 11 players on a field and they just pass the ball, they just pass the ball. But if you put a referee and white line and stuff, it becomes soccer or rugby or whatever sport. And that moment, the fact that they either can use their hand or their feet or in a certain way, they have to create certain ways, and they have to become artists in their field and in their sports. So framing and boundaries induce creativity. Meaning, what does it mean for you? Like, hey, I think like right now I feel like I just want to share this night together, or I feel like I want to spend the next couple of hours with you, or hey, there's something going on and I'd be happy to have coffee tomorrow and spend the day with you, or hey, if that goes well and there's something I'd like to, get to know more and maybe date you and spend more time with you. And the last one, which can be also in meaning, which is it's aftercare. What do you need? Like if you have sex tonight and it's just for like this night, do you need a text message the next day? Do you want to have a catch up and a call in a week? Do you need nothing? Or like, hey, it's quite meaningful for me. So if that goes well, can we go on another date on another day? Okay. That's where I want to play tonight. One person says I want to play there, and one person says I want to play there. Okay, that doesn't match. Then don't force anything, and just acknowledge that nothing is going to happen, and leave free. So when the next day you're like, okay, cool, there's no entanglement, there's no friction. You lived up to your value and your desires. If it matches partially, okay, can we play in there? And if it matches fully, amazing. You can share all of that. And you can do that over and over to check where you are in a relationship, regardless of sexual desire. It can be what are your desire for the day? What are your boundaries for the day? And it doesn't have to be sexually. I want to go to the museum. I want to do that. Oh, if we go to that party tonight, my desire is, and have that conversation, is my desire. I'm happy to go to that party tonight, but my boundaries is I don't want to stay over 2 hours. Is that okay with you? And really have like a check. It doesn't have to be only in sexual moments. For me, the most important part of consentment is that we share all of that, and that we've connected to all of that, even if it matches, doesn't matches, how I feel about it. Do I still feel joy? Do I still feel excited about having that interaction with you? Whether it's going to the museum, which is licking your pussy, which is have penetrative sex, which is doing a massage, which is looking at one another in the eye. Is it still a yes? And for me, the main base of consentment is how does it feel inside of me, regardless of the other person. The person says no, it's a no. The person says yes, but it feels icky, etchy, weird inside of you. Then it might be a no for you, even though you did all of that. So honor your boundaries. The first way to honor consent is honor your own inner boundaries. Have fun with the RBDSM. Amazing tool. Whenever I did not use it, was really messy, and it was in between messy to really messy the next day. And whenever I used it and didn't follow my consentment at the end, it got messy also. So you are your own master judge of what is right for you. Take your power back.